With the Miracle Mile Carnival edging closer week by week, strong representation from New Zealand, also the locals and interstate rivals will certainly boost what's going to be a very exciting carnival. And virtually it does kick off on Saturday night with a very strong 8-event card. Looking for specials, and in the first event I think one of the better bets on the program is Perfect Stride for Jack Trainer. That Perfect Stride has drawn out in gate 10, which is always tricky, but he is the class runner. His form throughout the Inter Dominion Carnival is very respectable in races won by Spirit of St. Louis, Better Eclipse, and then Honolulu Bay finishing second on that particular occasion. And Honolulu Bay is racing in outstanding form. Coming off a fourth behind Pete said, so only beaten 6.5 metres, and no doubt from the wide draw, Perfect Stride will still take a power of beating. Now moving over to race 6 and one of the feature events, and the Hondo Grattan Group 3, and I changed my mind half a dozen times here. The draw is very tricky and some of the major rivals are also drawing wide. So for that, I'm going with Mahomes. Beautifully drawn in gate 1. His win here last week when resuming from a spell was outstanding. You know he's going to be there and thereabouts and get a cosy run on the pegs. And I think that'll make all the difference as far as Mahomes is concerned. He will need a new driver with Jack Trainer heading off to Victoria to contest the Hunter Cup with I Cast No Shadow for Jason Grimson. But the likes of Republican Party from New Zealand, Rip, the outstanding Tim's a Trooper for Grant Dixon. We've also got the likes of He's Charlie's Angel for Charlene Gusman from Victoria, and My Ultimate Ronnie, which was very impressive winning here last week. And had My Ultimate Ronnie drawn a little bit closer to the pegs, I think it would have made him the on-top selection. But I just see Mahomes getting the right run, and with that solid run under his belt from last week, I think he'll take a power of beating once again for Peter Russo. Then moving over to race 8, I think one of the star bets also here is Blazing Banner for the informed Brad Hewitt. Now, Blazing Banner has won his past 3. The past 2 since resuming from a spell, they were effortless displays in scoring at Wagga. Nicely drawn in gate 5, I think Blazing Banner can get away with the last. Now looking at the very powerful program of racing at Club Melton on Saturday night. And of course, Captain Ravishing does look the one to beat in the 4-year-old Bonanza, coming off a 40-metre demolition job as far as the trials were concerned. Up against 2 interesting rivals here, Captain Ravishing. Invitation only now with Jason Grimson, and the former Kiwi as well, the only decision now with Emma Stewart. So 2 intriguing runners up against Captain Ravishing from New Zealand with Jason Grimson and Emma Stewart respectively, but it's impossible to go past Captain Ravishing. It's also impossible to go past Catch a Wave as far as the Dash for Cash is concerned over the 1,200 metres. Then moving over to a race 5 on the card, and Tough Tilly, beautifully drawn in gate 2. She's going to be powering from the word go, Tough Tilly. No ladies in red, so Tough Tilly to get the job done as far as race 5 is concerned. That's the Group 2 ladyship. Then moving over to race 6 on the card, Pure Steel. It's hard to go past Cranbourne, although he has drawn out wide. His win in the Shepparton Cup was outstanding. Certainly wasn't disgraced in the Ballarat Cup, so I think Cranbourne is the one to beat, who is a reserve for the Hunter Cup. Then moving over to the Group 1 Hunter Cup, and some of the big guns have drawn nicely, including the Kiwi copy that I think he is the one to beat. Spirit of St. Louis, beautifully drawn in gate 1, runner-up to King of Swing last year in this particular race. He's going to be there and thereabouts right from the word go and take a power of beating. Also like the performances of Honolulu Bay, who's drawn nicely. His last run was outstanding, and Mac Dan had no luck last time. He's drawn in gate 7. He's going to be at very big odds. I certainly think he's worth throwing into the exotics, Mac Dan. So they're my thoughts for both Club Menangle here on Saturday night and the outstanding meeting set down for a decision at Melton. Until next time around, good punting.